Hello, welcome friends again in the video series of repeatedly asked questions and answers since 20 years in NET, SET, PGT, TGT, NBS, KBS, SLST, SSC, CSC examinations. This video is of MCQ with explanation. This video is useful for English literature, ELT, and English language. Let's start. Question number 1. Christian de Pizan wrote which famous book? The answer is Book of the City of Ladies. It was published in 1405. Let's see the explanation and related information. Pizan is the first woman to be a full-time and professional writer. We get the reference of the Book of the City of Ladies first in Wife of Bath's Tale, written by Geoffrey Chaucer. Christian de Pizan was a French writer. This Book of the City of Ladies is her response to Jean de Muset's Roman de la Rose. She advocates in favor of education for women. Christian's main source of information was Giovanni Boccaccio's On Famous Women. Next, see question number 2. What is Quaker community? What is Quaker community? The answer is, it is a religious society of friends. Began as a proto-evangelical Christian movement in England in the mid-17th century in Ulverston. Members are formally known as Quakers as they were said to be trembled in the way of the Lord. To tremble in the way of the Lord. Let's see the explanation and related information. The founder of Quaker community was George Fox. Quakers were averse to the institutional religion. Trevelyan said, if they had come half a century before the deed, would have been burned in bushes. Quaker means friends. Now see the example or name of some Quakers. Isaac Pennington, Robert Berkeley, Thomas Eliot, William Penn, and Margaret Fell, and George Fox. Next, see the question number 3. Under whose patronage the Royal Society of London for Improving Natural Knowledge was established? The answer is Charles II in 1660. Let's see the explanation and related information. Founders of this Royal Society were influenced by the new science, and this new science was prompted by Francis Bacon in his New Atlantis. Now see about some fellows of the Royal Society. First one, Robert Boyle. He was Anglo-Irish natural philosopher, chemist, physicist, alchemist, and inventor. Next fellow was Sir Isaac Newton. He was English polymath, mathematician, physicist, astronomer, alchemist, theologian, and author. Newton was a key figure in the scientific revolution and the Enlightenment that followed. Next fellow was Dryden. John Dryden was English poet, literary critic, translator, and playwright, who in 1668 was appointed England's first poet laureate. Next fellow was John Evelyn. He was English writer, landowner, courtier. He was best known as a diarist. Next question number 4. First Licensing Act of Press or Act of Publication was passed in which year? The answer is 1662. See the explanation. This act was an act of Parliament of England. Sir Roger Lestrange was appointed licensor. The newspaper press was reduced to the London Gazette. The objections made to the lines 594 to 599 of the first book of Paradise Lost by the Archbishop of Canterbury's chaplain acting as licensor. Next question number 5. The Decline and Fall of Roman Empire. This book was published in 1776. This book was written by whom? The answer is Edward Gibbon. See the explanation. It is a 6-volume work by the English historian Edward Gibbon. The book covers peak of the Roman Empire, history of early Christianity and its emergence as the Roman state religion, fall of the Western Roman Empire, rise of Genghis Khan and Tamerlane, and the fall of Byzantium. It also covers discussions on the ruins of ancient Rome. Gibbon has been criticized for his portrayal of paganism as tolerant and Christianity as intolerant. Voltaire was deemed to have influenced Gibbon's claim that Christianity was a contributor to the fall of the Roman Empire. Next question number 6. The first novel written by Graham Greene is dash. The answer is The Man Within. It was published in 1929. It tells the story of Francis Andrews, a reluctant smuggler. See the informations. We should first know his other works. The first one is Istanbul Train. It was published in 1932. It covers the train journey from Oslo to Istanbul. Our next work is England Made Me. Next work, Brighton Rock. Next one, Power and the Glory, published in 1940. It was initially published in the United States under the title The Labyrinthine Ways. It tells the story of renegade Catholic whiskey priest. Whiskey priest is a term coined by Graham Greene. His other work was The Heart of the Matter, End of the Affair. William Golding called Greene the ultimate chronicler of 20th century man's consciousness and anxiety. See the next question number 7. What is Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood? PRB. The answer is, later known as Pre-Raphaelites, was a group of English painters, poets and art critics founded in 1848 by William Holman Hunt, John Everett Milius, Dante Gabriel Rossetti, William Michel Rossetti, James Collinson, Frederick George Stephens, and Thomas Ulnar. It is a 7-member brotherhood partly modeled on the Nazarene movement. See the explanation. We should know the works associated with the Pre-Raphaelites. The first one is The Earthly Paradise. It was published in 1868. It was written by William Morris. It is an epic poem. It contains a fame story. Next work is Dante and His Circle. It was published in 1874. The book was by Gabriel Charles Dante Rossetti or Dante Gabriel Rossetti. Next work is Dublin Market. It was published in 1862. It was a narrative poem by Christina Georgina Rossetti. It tells the story of sisters Laura and Lizzie. Next work is The Germ. It was a periodical established by the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood to disseminate their ideas. Next, question number 8. Who writes The Night of the Burning Pistol? The answer is Francis Beaumont. See the explanation. It is a play in 5 acts. It is the earliest whole parody play in English. This parody play is also called a pastiche. What is a pastiche? It is a work of visual art, literature, theatre, or architecture that imitates the style or character of the work of one or more other artists. Unlike parody, pastiche pays homage to the work it imitates rather than mocking it. The Night of the Burning Pistol was first performed at Blackfriars Theatre in 1607. Here, Raphael, who sets himself up as the knight with a pistol rather than a sword in the play. The play is a satire on chivalric romances, similar to Don Quixote. See the question number 9. What is plagiarism? The answer is, it is the act of copying another person's ideas, words, or work and pretending they are your own. See the explanation. Plagiarism is a well-known word and concept in academic circle. Plagiarize and plagiarism comes from the Latin plagiarius, means kidnapper. This word derived from the Latin plaga. Plaga means a net used by hunters to catch game. The word plagiarius in Latin, however, meant a trickster or a cheat. Plagiary, a derivative of plagiarius, was introduced in English in 1606 by dramatist Ben Jonson during the Jacobean era to describe someone guilty of literary theft. Guilty of literary theft. See the question number 10. Who writes The Eve of Saint Agnes, published in 1820? It is a romantic narrative poem of 42 Spenserian stanzas set in Middle Ages. The answer is John Keats. See the explanation. Eve of Saint Agnes is crucial to an understanding John Keats's famous poem. The belief that if a virgin performed the proper ritual on Saint Agnes's Eve, she would dream of her future husband. It is something like Sivaratri in Bengal, India. The title comes from the day or evening before the feast of Saint Agnes or Saint Agnes's Eve. Saint Agnes, the patron saint of virgins, died a martyr in 14th century Rome. The Eve falls on 20 January. As a result, the feast day on the 21st. Thank you very much for watching the video to the last. Hope to see you in the next video.